The paint is barely dry on the new rookies' locker nameplates, but while we're still in mock season form, here's an early look at my way too early 2019 NFL mock draft. The order is loosely based on my predictions for the 2018 season because just using the same order as the 2018 draft is too boring and too easy, and I can't wait to see how riled up some of you get because I think your team is going to suck this year. With the Browns on the come up, it's actually pretty difficult to predict who the worst teams in the league will be in 2018, so I used the help of a Vegas sportsbook to help set the early picks. Remember, this is mostly a watch list for the 2018 college football season. Every year is different, and my initial impression is that this is an absolute legendary defensive line class. While the quarterback class isn't nearly as exciting as the previous one, but the offensive tackle class is much improved. Before we get started, I want to appreciate you guys for watching this video. Please remember to hit the like button before you go and join the notification squad, and I can promise to keep your YouTube feed filled with NFL videos during the offseason. Alright, let's get started. The Bills are going to go through some growing pains with their new quarterback situation, but they end up getting the best defensive prospect in years in Ed Oliver. If the Bengals fall apart this season, there's going to be a complete facelift in Cincinnati, and that will start with replacing Andy Dalton. Turns out that Case Keenum wasn't as good as the Browns thought he was, and the Broncos have another chance to find a franchise quarterback. Ryan Tannehill isn't the same after his torn ACL, and the Dolphins are a year behind the Bills and Jets in their search for a future franchise quarterback. The final year of Joe Flacco ends poorly, but gives the Ravens a chance to load up with a solid draft class to start the Lamar Jackson era with quality talent. With the Cardinals franchise quarterback in place with Josh Rosen, it's time to secure a franchise left tackle like Trey Adams. The Browns regret passing on Nick Chubb, but they get to select the next Bosa brother in Nick Bosa. The Jets have their franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold, and now they need to get him some more weapons like AJ Brown. Without the Chiefs' weapons, Alex Smith isn't nearly as productive, so the Redskins have to draft their future quarterback. I still think the Giants royally fucked up by not picking a franchise quarterback with the second overall pick. Eli is washed up, and they're going to waste a year or two of Saquon Barkley looking for the next quarterback. Christian Wilkins could have easily been a first-round pick in the 2018 draft, so the Colts grabbed their interior 4-3 anchor. Cameron Smith is another guy I thought should have come out in 2018. The Bucs continue to build up their defense to keep up with their offense. The Seahawks are going to get Russell Wilson killed without some offensive line help. I still can't believe they ignored it for a running back again in the 2018 NFL Draft. The Chiefs spent big money on Anthony Hitchens, but they could still use some linebacker help. Rashan Gary would be a great young piece for the Bears defensive line to upgrade from Jonathan Bullard. The Lions defense is missing interior defensive talent. Raekwon Davis would be a versatile defender that I think Patricia would love. Julius Peppers has finally retired, and the Panthers are going to need some pass rush help. The Raiders had a weird draft this year, and their secondary still needs some impact players at cornerback. Jimmy Garoppolo performed well, but the lack of a number one wide receiver showed up over the course of 16 games. Blake Bortles actually didn't completely suck, so the Jaguars reward him with a new toy at wide receiver. The Chargers' offensive line is much improved, but a new offensive tackle completes the unit. Quarterback could also be an option if Rivers is starting to decline. The Packers have neglected inside linebacker long enough and grabbed the better Josh Allen to come out in a couple years. Malcolm Butler was not as impressive in his first season as the Titans had hoped for, and they add another cornerback. Sheldon Richardson is a one-and-done player in Minnesota, and Harrison Phillips isn't providing enough pass rush, so the Vikings' revolving door at defensive tackle continues. The Packers used their second first-round pick to add more edge rush, with Clay Matthews a year closer to retirement. Tom Brady's skills are finally starting to diminish, and the Patriots grab their future franchise quarterback. The Eagles let Jay Ajayi walk in free agency and draft the next workhouse running back. The running game only takes the Cowboys so far, so they have to grab a big wide receiver one to replace Dez Bryant's production. With Julio Jones and Matt Ryan getting a little bit older, the Falcons are shifting towards more of a run-first offense and select some interior line help. The Texans' offensive line had Deshaun Watson running for his life, and they cannot risk losing him. Le'Veon Bell takes the Steelers all the way to the Super Bowl, but leaves Pittsburgh in free agency after a bitter loss, so the Steelers have got to replace him. The Rams have won the Super Bowl and can take whoever the fuck they want. Taylor Rapp just happens to also be a good safety, and the Rams didn't want to franchise tag LaMarcus Joyner a second season in a row. That'll do it, guys. The NFL draft season is officially in the books. I know I'm as sad as you guys are. I cannot believe it came and went so quickly in just a weekend's time, but that's how it goes. I want to appreciate you guys once again for staying with me throughout this draft season, for watching all these videos, for subscribing. It means a lot to me. This NFL season is going to be awesome. We're going to do some cool things here, and I hope you guys join for the ride. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.